If they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing?
This is always where she was going to go. This is where they all were going to go. The biggest people that say that they're Trump supporters that are surrounding him are always the ones that end up turning on him. Like, it's one thing when you're, I've been confused by a lot of the stuff he does, okay? But I'm a supporter of his. These people, this was always their intention. So you have to sit back and say to yourself, what is it that scares them so much about Trump? Because it's ridiculous at this point. Well, it's because he's exposing all of the kings. I didn't know till today that the White House once had an indoor pool. It's covered now because above this pool is where the press room is. So like the press, this is now the press room, but the pool is like where they keep all their equipment, and so it's gone now. Yeah, but JFK, you want to talk about really him and Joe Biden had more in common than just being Catholic and being Irish. I mean, they both needed naps regularly. Trump called Sleepy Joe, Sleepy Joe. Yeah, well, Kennedy needed every day. He took 2-hour naps where they could not interrupt him unless it was an emergency. Then he would get up and take a long bath because I told you he had all these illnesses and he needed it for his joints. But he swam like twice a day. Well, really, it was more like his midday swim was skinny dipping with the interns. Orgies. I mean, this came out in like 2017. Yeah, that's what MLK was doing too, having all these orgies. What's with all this shit? And then we have idols up everywhere, this stuff. The Kennedy men are horrible to women. But many of these women that marry these men too, though, I think something's wrong with them. I mean, they're just baby machines for them. They get away with everything in this country. The Camelot King is who Trump was taking down, while the hypocrites in this country ran around and had their No Kings protest. JFK, the King of Camelot. Well, the King of Camelot is no more. But even after he was no more, they just push it in your face all the time. We got to have more. We got to have more. We have to. Yeah, that's what they don't like. That's what they don't like about Trump, is that Trump is destroying the kings. And the hypocrites who want their kings hate Trump because, they're lunatics. Yeah. Kennedy orgies and romper room. But it wasn't just there. He was having them daily with a couple of girls that were interns in the White House. Like around noontime, they take off their clothes. They pass it off that Kennedy's doctor said this was for therapy because of his bones and his joint problems and back problems. But he was jumping in the pool with everybody. Some women, yeah, every day. Then after his little skinny dipping with the interns, he would go up and take his 2-hour nap, then get up from his 2-hour nap, and then take a long bath. But the way they try to pass it off is that, he was working late into the evening. The press covers for the damn Kennedy, like the worst people is who they cover for. It's disgusting. Even AI admits it. Yeah, so this was, a suite at the Carlisle. And JFK, he deliberately went after the CIA because he wanted to destroy their credibility. He did. I mean, what they are now is a result of him. And the FBI too. That's what MLK was doing. That's why they were tag teaming it. Yeah, it was all designed. The surprising reason JFK's presidency is linked to King Arthur's Camelot. There'll never be another Camelot like him. Camelot again. Yeah, thank God. Let's hope not, because we've had him around ever since his at the time he was alive and since his assassination, because you put his damn picture, poster, idol everywhere of him. This is how the Kennedys have always maintained control. They have. That's why there's always been just a line of them everywhere that's why Ted Kennedy, that's the sad thing, is all these boys are alike. They were misogynists. They didn't care what they did to women. They didn't care what they did to anybody. And yet they would sit back and say, well, if the world would be different, then we'd be different. That was really their attitude. The mainstream press, still influenced by post-war deference to authority, largely avoided reporting on JFK's health problems, womanizing, and painkiller dependency, even though many Washington reporters knew about them. It wasn't until decades after his assassination that these private matters surfaced. That's how great our media's been, serving the commies. Kennedy administration also cultivated friendly relations with the press corps, including rewarding cooperative reporters with access and scoops while quietly freezing out critics. Some veteran journalists at the time, such as Arthur Kroc of the New York Times, criticized the White House management of the news and warned that Kennedy's sophisticated PR operation blurred the line between transparency and manipulation. Because he was really kind of the first president that you saw do press conferences, like on TV. It's true that much of the mainstream media during JFK's presidency treated him with extraordinary admiration and restraint, creating what many historians now call the Camelot effect. Kennedy's mastery of television and his team's skillful image management shaped one of the most successfully controlled public narratives in modern political history. Yeah, so I mean he was so debilitated too. Like the reason why when he was shot, like he goes forward but then back, it looks like his whole body, it's because he's in a whole, like one of those body braces he would wear in the convertible because of all of his back problems. He was on a ton of, narcotics and steroids, and he was a sex addict. But all of them are. Even RFK Jr. has admitted, the lust demons come after me. That's what's really telling about the Kennedys, the way they their narrative of everything. It's like they never. This inability of ever taking responsibility, it's always I feel like narcissist is too mild of a word, but then I feel like psychopath is too strong of a word. It's sort of in between those two though, for sure. Like right, it's real high narcissism. I mean, when they're done with somebody, they just use whoever they have to. I mean, just there's no moral compass there at all. Their recklessness, all of them, from Ted Kennedy to all of them. And there was a whole book put out about this. Yeah, ask not what your country's going to do for you. Like who elects a president that says that? I'm not here to do anything for you. I want to know what you're going to do for me. This country turns around and elects him. Yeah, that election was questionable. But look at how they shaped him. A rare glimpse into the life of a great man. He was not a great man. Stop it. I'm sorry, but he is not. He was not. He did not have good intentions for this country. None of the Kennedys did. Okay? There's something wrong with them. I'm sorry about their upbringing. I don't know if it's in their genes. But they've been pampered like a damn royal family. And this was the king Trump was getting rid of.